What's up everyone of Internet Land, Son of Terra92 here with another video log here on Science Epic. I have started working, hence the fancier than normal threads. I got a networking job at a national telecom. It's not the hardest of jobs, but it's also not the easiest. But hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? So if you've been watching the news lately, you've probably heard about the mysterious disappearance of Malaysian Airlines flight MH370. It's been gone since last Saturday and it's been 5 days and more than 100 hours later, and still no news about the whereabouts of the plane. Coming from Malaysia, this is really big. The news, the mainstream media is all over it, and the radio stations have also jumped on. For the past 5 days now, they've been playing nothing but slow rock ballads, and because of that, I haven't heard Katy Perry on the radio in ages. So on my way to work, instead of going make me every day, yeah, whoops, it's more like yeah, don't kid yourself, you know there's a driver's seat rocker in you somewhere. Off-topic humor aside, back to the missing plane. It's really spooky to think that 239 out of 7 billion people on the planet could just suddenly disappear like this. Whoosh, gone without a trace, just like that. And as human beings and at the level of technology that our civilization has come to now, you really think that we would know mostly everything about what goes on, what happens on our planet. We like to think of ourselves as the masters of our own domain, but suddenly stuff like this can happen and it really freaks you out. I mean, we live in a day and age where we receive the news when it's happening and as it's happening. And suddenly when 200 plus people simply go missing, you can really feel the tension of not knowing as every moment passes by. Terror plots, conspiracy theories, and crazies aside, this event is, without a doubt, beyond anything else, a serious human tragedy. I mean, I live in Malaysia and I've flown on Malaysian Airlines several times in the past, and this event will be remembered in Malaysian history. When you think about the 200 plus individuals, and I refrain from using the word souls because personally I don't believe in that stuff, right now those people are gone. They're just gone. Separated from their loved ones and from any form of contact from the outside world. They could be in the darkest of all possible places. I honestly feel for the people in that situation because I'm human. I mean, we've all been through a situation where you think it's the darkest of all possible days and you can relate to that. But this just takes it to the next level. I was listening to the radio earlier on a press conference and they were suggesting changing the name of the operation from search and rescue to search and recovery. Now that's scary if you really know what it implies for the 239. Now what I want to talk about from a local perspective is that when this stuff happens, those people who are in power and that are in a position to do something about it, they really put on their big boy pants and use every method of reason, logic, and deduction to try to solve the problem, and every strategy born out of skeptical thinking and science. Like I said, crazies aside, those in charge, when they want to solve this problem, don't turn to the witch doctor or the prayers and wishful thinking of the people to resolve the issue. We search the radar logs, we fly across the ocean in airplanes and helicopters, and we communicate and cooperate with other nations to get the job done. We approach it from a skeptical manner, and we essentially do very secular things because in the end, that's what gets us results. Simply put, sitting and wishing to the sky won't bring that Boeing 777 back. Now I live a very secular lifestyle. I'm a very secular person, which could get me into a lot of trouble if some of my fellow Malaysians really knew what that meant. But from my understanding, in order to solve this problem, we just gotta keep cool and apply some Vulcan logic to the situation. Am I doing that right? If you were living on this side of the world, you would know that it's already started. People are saying crazy things and posting crazy shit up on social media websites and saying this and that, but I will not get into the details of any of that. Now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna find this plane any day now. Heck, they're probably gonna find it as I'm uploading this video. You just have to stay optimistic. But I assure you, when they do find it, it's gonna be the prayers and all the wishing that'll get all the attention and credit in the media, and all the microwave engineering, all the GPS and digital globe won't get so much as a pat on the back, and we'll get the usual cold shoulder from the people, because humans can be very, very emotional in times of distress. Malaysia as a nation, and in fact we, the human species as a whole, really need to get over this. We need to learn from this. And I'm not kidding. I may get a lot of heat for saying this, but that's just how the world works. You either learn or you regress, and if you regress far enough, you go extinct. I want to end on a final note of perseverance and moving forward. As human beings, we have this innate capability of persevering through tough spots. We've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years, and that's why there are 7 billion of us on this planet, and that's why we are alive today. But beyond just persevering individually and for ourselves, we have this ability to persevere for each other, and I think that's very important. It's in our nature, and that's what this situation should come down to. It's about coming together, staying positive, and growing out of adversity, regardless of your race, religion, or your nationality. And if we can just manage that, I think we can do those 239 people some real justice. Son of Terra 92, out.